Test, test.
Wait, scratch one time. You recording this time?
Yes,
Okay.
Don't put that up first.
You know what I mean? We do this for the people. We do this because there's a need for it, and that's what drives us is the need for our culture, the need for to know where we're from.
Håfa Adai, I'm Bertina Balahaja Graho. I am the founder of Magi and Marianas Festival, and this is my husband Tommy.
Håfa Adai, I'm Tommy Graho. I'm the vice president. Who do we do this for? We don't do this for anybody.
We do it for everybody.
We do it for everybody.
Viva Marianas!
No place I'd rather be. This is my sweet paradise. Paradise.
We do this for the people. We do this because there's a need for it, and that's what drives us is the need for our culture, the need for to know where we're from.
Shout out to my mom and dad for bringing through all this and actually learning more about my culture and everything you do for all.
We have a lot of children, so that's at the core of everything is that we want our children to learn, and we do our absolute best to teach them at home respect, work ethic, and so the festival really ties the cultural aspect of dance and music and everything together. And so if we know that we need that for our family, so does everybody else.
The Marianas Festival, brings a lot of culture, understanding of family. My kids were born and raised in the mainland, so bringing the festival to them and having them experience our true culture and our nature of our island, is huge for us. Them understanding our bloodline, where we're from, our food, our love for each other. I think it's a big deal for us.
I was born and raised on Guam, so watching those that have never been home, and my generation, we come from the old school ways of our culture, right? So we had the customs and the values, and when you're away from home, it's different. Like you see the different people from the islands, but you see that we're definitely, I guess they call it diaspora. So the impact was really powerful for me because I've never been to one in all of the mainland.
It's a different type of appreciation for it when you get a better understanding for your own culture, especially when you see it.
So Marianas Festival is a place it's not just about dance, it's not just about vendors, it's not just about music, it's the collective effort, the collective community of all of us all together in one place. And it is really about teaching our children who live out here, who have never been back home, who are not connected in that way, to bring the Mariana Islands to the Pacific Northwest. And I think that it provides a space for them to learn, to know about our traditions, to know that I always tell my kids, you can have all the stickers in your car, you can wear all the island t-shirts, you can have all the tattoos, but if you are not the first one and the last one there at the party helping and opening the door for your elders, then take a step back because you need to learn a little bit more about your culture and where you come from. Decided to go full force We announced it on social media, and I gathered a team of people that I trusted, that I knew that would have, great intentions, and their heart is great, and they are very aligned with our mission. And it was a place of wanting to do it rather than money or any kind of recognition in that way. And so once we decided to go full force, we posted it on social media, and thankfully and so grateful that so many people reached out to us and offered their time and offered their services to make it happen.
I was given the opportunity to be a part of the committee, and so I took it. We didn't know what was going to happen, but we knew we had those mutual goals to uplift, grow, and celebrate our culture.
I thought, wait, what? That's a crazy concept, but you know what? It served a great purpose that we were all looking forward to, and it blew up that we were in awe of how it turned out.
I was inspired. We didn't know what to expect.
A lot of people from Guam, they reached out to us.
All right, so Bertina started talking to me about, just getting a bunch of chamorros together to celebrate culture, and just what it's like growing up out here, or spending time out here and being far away from home. And she started talking about putting a festival together to just gather everybody and have a nice big celebration. And it was just so nice to hear that, because I'd never heard of anything before, and I know there's so many chamorros out here, all spread out through the states, and even all spread out through Oregon and Washington. And if we were just to have one day to celebrate with everybody here, how wonderful would that be? So when Marianas Festival was given birth to, and here we are about to start year 3. Super exciting.
One of the biggest things that I feel is I really feel bad that I know people's talent and people's time is worth a lot. I know myself, I spend so many countless hours, so much lack of sleep trying to make this event happen. And so I know what it takes, and to have other people step up and be like, I want to help. You don't need to pay me. This is about our people. This is about our culture. And from that, we had this great community and this great network and masters of the trade and people just willing to step up and share their talent.
Tommy and Bettina had a food cart, and Ed and I had the food cart. We had PDX 671.
And it was that connection through our culture and shared experience that, being in the same business, that initially brought us together.
And that's really where our friendship got started. We had a lot of that in common. We would meet up and just compare notes about family, and the older woman who would come over and eat our tortillas, and it meant the world when they were the ones that loved your food, right? Because we have a lot of people who will compare our food to the way that we do it back home, or the way that we do it at our own house. And everybody makes their own food their own way, but to hear the Manomku, we love your food, it's really something special.
We decided to open up a food truck, and we thought at that point hey, there's not a lot of chamorros out here. Little did we know that there was this huge community. And from day one of owning a food truck, we said, this is about chamorros. This is not just about people from Guam. So we named it Marianas Food Cart with that sole intention. The food truck allowed us to meet a community that we didn't know was out there. When we ended up closing it, we would get emails and messages from people saying, hey, you guys gonna open up your food truck? And we're like, no, but hey, as a matter of fact, we're having a party next week. Come and eat. And so we've been that home that people from all different groups come to, and we welcome them into our home. And Tommy and I are really about hospitality and making people feel welcome. And so from there, we decided we are going to do something big for our people, and we came up with Marianas Festival.
I've always been to a Polynesian festival, some type of Hawaiian, Tahitian, but to know that it was based on our Chamorro culture, as for me, it was very impactful just to see all the people come together from the Marianas.
Start from the beginning, because a lot of people don't know Chamorros. A lot of people don't know the Rafaloish community, the Marianas community. Everybody got used to Polynesian, Melanesian. Not a lot of Micronesians out there, as put it out there. So really, we did, starting from scratch, just basically starts from scratch. We had several PIFA, the Pacific Islander Festival Association. We also had the 4 Days of Aloha out here in the Pacific Northwest, and we saw their format. We saw their events. We've been to their events. We support those events, and we see something great like that. We do the monkey see, monkey do effect. How can we bring our culture and our event out here in that grand scale? We started from
how we
backwards planning,
right. And we created a space for Micronesians.
What do we want? Oh, we want the biggest event celebrating our culture. Okay, how do we get there? Well, look at this event. They had stage areas, they had entertainment, they had vendors, they had resource booths and stuff like that. And we're like, hey, let's have that in our event. Okay, how do we get that? We have to reach out to vendors, we have to reach out to entertainers, we have to reach out to state, community, locals, villages, and whatnot, different islands of receiving support on that. Okay, now that we do that, how do we bring them here? Oh, let's reach out to other entities, and how do we bridge that gap from the Northern Marianas to the Pacific Northwest? Oh, let's go out there and reach out to them. And that's how we laid and executed the Marianas Festival, is through learning from others, monkey see, monkey do, backwards planning. What do we want? Okay, how do we get there?
What works for our community?
What works for our community?
And all with a pure heart and intention of truly wanting to unite our people.
Yes. And
to make people feel welcome. And through the process, and this is, I think, important to say, is through the process we've learned that, how can we share who we are to the broader community if we have some disconnect within our own people? And there is disconnect. And it goes back to, we are one, we are Chamorro, we're from the Mariana Islands, and I think that we need to build that bridge and unity, and we need to come together. I hope that we made some kind of progress. I hope that we made some kind of influence and, inspired people to come together.
Hi guys, Jack with Taplandia Tap House here in Tigard, Oregon, and we are so blessed to have everybody here. And we are happy to provide that space to do the fundraising and raise some money for a good cause. And look around, it's a beautiful atmosphere. We love it. Tommy and Bertina, thanks for letting us be a part of it. And I can't say nothing better. We just love you guys. So appreciate you guys' support, and we love to support you. So, all right.
Very often, people come out here, Chamorros, our people come out here, and we are our biggest critics, and we put each other down, and a lot of people secretly hope that people fail, and we want to stop that, and we want everyone to know that there's room for all of us to grow and shine, and we're going to provide that space for people. In any position, in any position where you are faced when you are public, I am not. This interview alone is hard for me to do. I'm not a public person. I don't like the spotlight. I'll do the work in the back. I know how to get things done.
There's a lot of barriers. People focus on the spotlight. Wow, look at this grand event that brings culture together, brings people who want to learn about new cultures together. But there's a lot of things that happens behind the curtains that a lot of people don't realize. They're extreme barriers from, can't have too big of a space, to occupy. People from social media hating on you, giving people, as you try to climb up, people's grabbing your leg to try to pull you down. That's a huge barrier. That takes its toll mentally to both of us. We want to do so much good, but yet so much hate comes after us.
When we first started doing this, there was a hate group against me because I was not. People thought that this girl from Guam is doing this and they're not including us and all that, and that was never my intention. And so I was kind of put as a face of the person who did that, and it hurt because it was our time, it was our energy, it was time away from our family, time away from our kids. See me crying?
Yeah, no, it's
But when your intentions are pure and you're trying to do something for people, and people come and shit on you, and people talk about you and make it seem like, we have no right. We have no right to celebrate who we are. That was a hard pill for me to swallow. So that was a big barrier that I had to get over. But I could tell you this, by the end of year one, midway through year one, none of that mattered to me, nothing. I can truly say that hate, the negativity from people is nothing, because I knew what I was doing. I knew the sacrifices that I was doing. I knew that I was doing something bigger than me. And, I say, like, if you own a business, you get 50 raving reviews and you get one negative, and human nature is you're gonna focus on the negative. Well, with this organization, we have thousands of positive. We have thousands of people that we impacted here in the US. We have people coming from Guam and CNMI to attend this event. And that impact is bigger than any negative comments that people bring. I've had quite a bit of people reach out to me saying, I want to do this, how can I do this? And I am 100% like, I want to help you. How can I help you? So I've been working with people here and there, giving them the first steps of how to start something. And, they would be like, oh, it's so inspiring, but I don't know where to start. So I've helped set the foundation, set the work for it, and I'm really happy to do it. And I hope that it encourages and inspires people to do this all around the US. There is room for everybody. There's not just, there's so much room, there's so much potential for other people to start something like this in other cities and in other areas, so that we can be bigger than, it doesn't have to be, I'm not saying go start a Marianas Festival somewhere else. Start your own thing. Yeah. And do what is fit best for the community that you live in. At the core, our mission would be to share and to share talent and with the broader community as well, but it can be done anywhere.
I can safely say that, we're not stingy, we want to share our culture, but with that, before in the beginning, when people ask you, why are you guys doing this? Why are you guys going through all this hardship? Why are you guys going through these obstacles, these barriers, these issues? Why are you guys doing this? And we're like, if not us, who? Now that we're able to let other people see that it could happen, then yes, we did it. Why not you as well? But you be you, share your culture. We encourage that. And if anybody has, lift everybody up. Every person I get a chance to talk to, I'm impacted by them asking me questions, and at the same time I learn from them, because they'll ask questions of how do you do this, how do you do that, and I go, not only am I helping someone or mentoring someone, we're mentoring someone, we're also learning from them.
We learn every year.
Every year.
Learn and
we
adapt.
grew, and we want this festival to grow. We want our culture to grow, not our festival. We want our culture to grow. We focus festival this, festival that, festival culture this, culture that. We want our culture to spread. We're already doing it. Everybody's doing it. You know how? They make their own food at their own party.
Yes.
And their neighbor come over and is like, oh, what's finadine? Oh, it's, you know, it's badass party, trust me. So everybody does it already at their home. Why not go the extra mile and say, yeah, you know, I know I make the baddest red rice in the block, but hey, I also can, you know, I can do a little tomorrow stick dance or whatnot, you know?
Or you know what? I can stay back and help wash that pot of rice for you when you're done and help you clean up.
Yeah,
It's being a
that's
part
how
of
we
something.
do it back home.
Yeah. One of the things I learned is that we are all different. People are very complex. We come from the same place, but we are all different in a very like unique way. And so I feel like if you think of like a huge, big cause, it's almost impossible to make really big impact and change that.
Yes.
You start off small and you start off impacting the people around you and creating a space, positivity, and hopefully that feeds off in the community. That person goes off and they do something and they influence that little group of people around them.
And that's what we want. We want to influence others.
I've been out here for 13 years and, you know, just missing home, just missing back home and the culture vibes. But really seeing the Marianas Festival last year was powerful, you know? Like, it really felt like I was back home. Us being in the mainlands, all of us together, you know, it was beautiful.
I'm Donnie Hofschneider. I'm with House of Sound from the island of Tinian. And it was just really beautiful to see everyone come together from all different islands, Saipan, Tinian, Rota, Guam, showcase their talents. And, you know, it was beautiful. My name is Tani, and I'm with House of Sound, all the way from Tinian. One thing I definitely enjoyed about the Marianas Festival was the opportunity to share our culture and traditions with my daughter, who's never been to the island. She was born out here in Silverdale, Washington, and to see her on the stage, to see her cha-cha with her cousins, her little cousin, she's only 13, I think that hold a really good place in my heart, honestly.
But the other barriers too is we want to bring people out to the mainland from Guam and CNMI, from the Marianas Islands. We want to bring our culture out here because it's too expensive. It's too hard to bring our family to the Mariana Island to learn our culture. So let's bring our culture to the mainland, and so we can all share it and we can enjoy it.
So we moved out here a year ago, and after that year, we got really homesick, started missing the island, the sun, everything, and just the music, food, all of that. And then the Marianas Festival came, and, and let me tell you, that one was it was very homey, just feeling that, seeing all the Chamorro dancers around, all the food that we used to love, all that, everything. It was good.
We just came from Guam in May, and then Marianas Fest happened 3 months later. So we were excited. I started work, but I was like, listen, I can't come to work on Saturday. I have to go to the Marianas Fest. I have to see it. So we went, and it was great. We loved it.
Powerful.
It was like a piece of home.
You know, you're gonna pay a freaking round trip ticket for one person, that's expensive. But you know, if you get that person from the Marianas Islands out here, and then you have thousands, over 20,000 people to share that one, you know, culture, you know, type of artwork, type of music, you know, dance.
We are Ramon. We are Coca. We are Monday. We are Part 3. We are Pacific Cool.
Funding is always hard. It's in this climate, it's very hard to get any kind of grants. It's very competitive, and we are such a small community where you know, we are very underserved here. I had to do a lot of explaining to other organizations that are not from the islands to let them know who we are, to let them know that we are American citizens, that we are, you know, that, you know, we're from Guam, and to let them know about our culture. And from there, they were interested when they found out what our mission was, and what gave us a lot of support with funding was the fact that we are creating a space for resources. So a lot of, we have a whole section at our festival that is dedicated to provide services to the community, and they don't pay anything to do that. They're just offering free services and information.
My way back home, Lord, and I think about it, please.
To hear other people be like, they travel from far, people from California, from Las Vegas, Texas, and people came literally just to be in a community as Chamorros. And we don't have like I haven't been to one up until Marianas Festival established and started it. So that was a beautiful thing for her, for the group to do, for the whole, all of the Chamorro communities. We recognize that we don't know our culture. A lot of the kids didn't know the culture, the values of Mangingi.
Mangingi, that's for you to get blessing. When you come and get mangingi, it's not that you just kiss it. You're paying your respect to the elders, plus at the same time that elders giving you a blessing.
And know that we come not just, there's the Spanish era and the ancient colonial era, and that our language is pretty much gone, and so we do it through music and dance. And believe it or not, they recognize that, and they're using that to make sure that they can use it for the next generation ahead to come. So we definitely need this. We needed to keep going, and the community needs to come together and be one. We have that saying, "Uno hit and one Mariana." So let's do that together because we really need it for the future.
Such a beautiful film that really depicts our culture and Chamorro dance and how it's still in its infant stages. To say that I learned a lot. I mean, the film was just so eye-opening, and I didn't know that the Chamorro dance was being revitalized, and thanks to people like Frank Rabon and all the Gumas out there, keeping the culture alive, keep doing what you're doing.
The film was a great inspiration because it really talks about the Chamorro culture, and it's a great motivation that anything is possible and everything starts somewhere, and we all have the power to make change, start a movement, and to impact our community and our people and our children.
And I think that it's very important for us to have this event because little kids who come are so excited. They're like, "Oh, Mom, I want to be like them."
When I saw everyone dancing, it motivated me to dance.
Being able to see that you don't just have to be in Guam and learn from it there. You can learn it from it out here. As long as we're doing it and we're keeping our culture alive, because that's the biggest thing, is keeping our culture alive, no matter where you are in the world. Something to call our own.
¡Viva Marianas! ¡Viva! ¡Viva Marianas!
Marianas Festival has been a very big impact on me. That's where we got to be able to connect with our culture from both the Washington State and Oregon State.
As the Magi Committee members and volunteers started to arrive to set up for the workshops, I felt an overwhelming sense of pride knowing I was a part of something so meaningful and special. As the participants started to arrive and check in, I was amazed by the turnout. It was truly inspiring to see how many attendees were eager to learn more about our culture. People traveled from all over to be part of the Marianas Festival, and together we gathered to celebrate and embrace who we are. It was especially heartwarming as the strong presence of the diaspora, those already deeply connected with our culture, alongside those who were curious and eager to learn more. Seeing that level of interest, engagement, and participation on such a large scale reminded me exactly why we do the work. The Marianas Festival left such a very powerful impact through its free workshops and its inclusive celebration of our community.
The guy with the hat.
You know what? It served a great purpose that we were all looking forward to. And it blew up that we were in awe of how it turned out. And every year it just kept getting better and better. All the hard work, the sweat, the tears was so worth it. When you go to the workshops and you see everybody come together, everybody from all over the place, it actually brought tears to my eyes. And I took that video and I shared it with my family all over the world, actually. And then when it came to, everything came to fruition and we saw all the hard work again, in 100-degree weather, mind you, it brought tears to my eyes when we saw the opening ceremony and made us so proud of all the hard work that we put into this.
God, we're just such a great team.
Yeah, we're a great team, and on top of that, we have a great team. We have a great support system. It's not just us. It's it's our committee. It's our children. It's our committee's family. Is big and needs to be recognized with that too, because it takes a toll on every single one of us. Our volunteers. Yes, our volunteers.
Our performers.
Everybody. Again, goes back to this is a community effort.
This is us.
And we're talking about these skill sets, but
that's just a small aspect to what's the end product of the festival.
Håfa Adai, si Diyos maasi.
We will see you guys on Saturday, August 24th at Blue Lake.
Okay, let's go.
When I see something, I get more driven, more affected with it. So when someone asks me where you're from, well, I don't want to tell you. I want to show you.
got this, girl.
Oh, we're on already? So why do we do what we do? Why are we here? Well, that's a loaded question. Moggy, when I stumbled onto them accidentally on Instagram, met with Bertina. And she really embraced what we're doing. And without her love and support to have us host an event out here in partnership with Moggy and the Marianas Festival, this project would not have succeeded in this way and the capacity. We had no idea what to expect coming out, and overwhelming love and support. I'm so excited because of what's going to happen, and I'm so sorry I got choked up because God is so good, man. The future is bright. The support that you guys are doing here amongst each other, having Bertina being that glue that's keeping everyone together, keeping everyone in line with the spirit of Inaf Maulik, the genuine spirit of Inaf Maulik, is just going to resonate throughout the other states. This is the first ever in the U.S. mainland where a nonprofit is hosting an organization, hosting a fundraiser, and sharing it amongst a coalition of other nonprofits, not just in the Marianas, but here in the States. It's very special, and I'm so honored. God is so good, I'm telling you.
All the time.
That's about it. God bless. For all of us. That's what we do.
You're not recording. Okay. Is my hair okay?
I think so.
Para y cultura, para y Tautau Marianas. Viva!
I do this to revitalize our Chamorro culture through song, dance, and chant, to re-establish what may have taken place 4,000 plus years ago, to make sense of what we do, to make sense of the message that we're portraying out there to our people, and to write and create original composition of songs, chant, and dance for the foundation for our people in the Mariana Islands and throughout the world, to see that our people exist and we are here to stay together as Pacific Islanders.
Being raised on Guam, I was so blessed to have such a rich experience with the Chamorro culture and food. And as a dancer myself, growing up, I just learned so much history, culture, and things that relate. Oh, and language that relates with dancing and Chamorro music. Just like grandma's good old times listening to the old Chamorro folk music. And I'm not just Chamorro. I have a deaf family, and it's important for me to include them so people can get to know them and to share this event so they could be spotlighted and shine, to teach others, to share their stories and their language with you all too. It's just more inclusive of our deaf community and to honor my Chamorro deaf family. And as the program director for this, I just wanted to take a moment to give them a place to shine.
Not only to celebrate culture, but to celebrate family. Lord, we thank you for looking over us and providing good health. Lord, we thank you for watching over us, our young ones, our sinus, our manoncos, so that they too can help share.
For the children of the Chamorro children, of the past, the present, and the ones yet to come. That's what we do. That's what we do.
It makes me feel like the country is like coming back together. And because we're a bit divided now, so like this festival, it helps bring people closer together with the culture.
Because if we don't do what we do, then everything goes silent. For what we know, it is our responsibility to pass on the knowledge that we have right now. For the people now, those that are yet to come, and most importantly, our ancestors that are buried 10 feet under. For everything that comes to us, we are the walking vessels of our ancestors. The walking images, our voices, so the songs and chants that come from our bodies, it's all channeled through our ancestors. And that's the reason why I do that.
I do this for our people, I do this for our culture, and for our future. The future is what's going to continue who we are as Chamorro people, and there's no denying who we are, and planting these seeds and these dancers, as well as our musicians and drummers, is what will help our people thrive in the cultural arena.
Blue oceans meet the greenest land, a chain of islands, a helping hand. Guam and Saipan, Rota and Tinian, ancient stories since time began. Here, Laddie stones stand tall and proud, echoes of a Chamorro crowd. The Sanahi moon, a sacred sign, a culture strong, a history divine. Palm trees sway in the gentle breeze, stories whispered through ancient trees. Tell Tumultuous spirits watch and keep, while secrets of the Marianas Trench sleep. From sun-drenched shores to coral bright, the Marianas shine with all their might. A treasure of islands, a special place, filled with beauty and enduring grace. Viva Marianas! Viva Marianas! Viva Marianas!
Today I'm Bernard Quanzalan, and I'm the founder and principal investigator of the Chamorro's Genealogy Project. The reason why I run the project is because I saw a lot of gaps of information, especially for those of us who, are away from the islands. And it's become a passion and a love for our culture and people, and that's why I do it, because people are asking for it.
Okay, let's go.
Holly, Ina, dan Tano, Tau. For roots, for light, and for the people.
Connect us with the ancestors.
Unity, culture, and love.
So if not us, then who will learn our language and keep our culture alive?
Mangagi Hekwini Sak, Gofzamu. Oh, I'm sorry, I messed up. Huguaiza Itatauka.
Why do you do what you do?
Very quick. Because of them, I need to pass it on. And those are my nephews and nieces. And every time I come out here, they connect with the culture because I'm here. And to have them to come here and represent my family here in a festival like this, why not? They're all one. And so I'm teaching them that they can also share their culture and share their talents with everybody else.
That's for you to get blessing. When you come and get manini, it's not that you just kiss it. You're paying your respect to the elders, plus at the same time that elders giving you a blessing. At least that's my opinion, and that's what I do.
Eat and drink and we sing all day. Kind of light me of Hawaiian way on me.
Hey, I'm tomorrow. Represent. Here, there you go.
Making it good for everybody and all of creation, loving one another and seeing the goodness in all of God's creation.
Manita, all together. That's what the Marianas does for us.
Amazing. We're thankful and blessed to be here, to be able to do this and connect with our people, building the bridge for the Marianas and just being a part of the Guam and island culture. Guam, CNMI, Rhoda, you know, we're just happy to be a part of this and we're thankful for everybody that came out and supported us. Viva!
Passion.
An opportunity to share our culture with the community people out here in the Pacific Northwest and to bring a culture together that both, I didn't know people from Guam, but coming here to the United States and being Oregon, we built that bond because of being a minority. It helps us create a diversity to the people that we hang out with and the community in the Pacific Northwest. That's why what we do here at Marianas Festival.
For day party people, this is Bounce Cruiser up here in Oregon at Blue Lake with the Marianas Festival, and I was asked the question, what does it mean to me? What it means to me is that we come from a very small place in the northwestern Pacific, where there's only probably 300,000 of us worldwide. So the Marianas Festival, bringing all the Chamorros together, it means the world to me. We're trying to do something like this in Vegas, and we can only learn as we go along. Once again, Bertina, Tommy, what you guys are doing up here, the whole team, you guys are doing something perfect up here. This is what everybody wants to do when they grow up. We're gonna do this in Vegas, all because of you guys. Boom.
You better watch your mouth. Hey. But every now and then, when you get paid, gotta take me out to eat. I like Fiesta Play. You know we're not fancy.
Why we do what we do? Honestly, for the Marianas, to put our people out there, you know. So this event being here, I can't even put it into words. You know what I mean? Oh, just even the opening ceremony. Like, let's just say when I first started my content, I never thought it would bring me to places like this. So it's pretty big for me, and maybe it's not for other people, but to me it is. Yeah, I never thought I would ever be here. And when it's, oh my gosh, sorry, that's not a question.
Okay, let's go.
Håfa Adai, we are from the village of Dedido, and we are Chamalutino LLC.
Håfa Adai!
But it's to keep the culture alive. That's one of the main reasons, and also just to meet our Chamorro people here from afar or near. So basically just gathering everybody together. It's about unity.
Last year was my first year doing Marianas Festival, and it just encouraged me to go out in the community more. And it feels like I'm back at home, and seeing everybody and just calling them auntie and uncle, even though we're not really related, and just having a sense of community like we did back home.
It's a part of home, home away from home.
Yeah, it is. It's another way of us linking all our peoples back together. That's something that we hold dear to us too. Distance doesn't mean separated.
Inspired why what I do. So my goal was to bring the Chamorro people a taste of home. So with the products that I make and the flavors that I love, I thought that I could share that with the Chamorro community. Not limited to the Chamorro community, but everybody worldwide, from different cultures, different states, different islands, different countries. And so I thought, why not put myself out there, share the flavors of what I love with all the other people that I love. So it's been great so far.
Enjoy the steps that I have to take. I love the smile that is on my face from the choice that led you right to me. Turning away from darkness and sin. Turning away when I repent.
It's so beautiful just seeing our Chamorro people, thousands of miles away from home, get together like this. It's heartwarming. Viva Marianas. And I'm really hoping this continues for our Chamorro people out here in the mainland. Saludos. Håfa Adai is I'm Tiro. My name is Jay Mundo, and I want to thank Moggy for inviting us for this beautiful event, Marianas Festival. I am one of the performers here, and I had a great time. Fantastic, amazing. I love it. I'm rooted within musicians. Backyard memories from our ancestors of just chanting, and music lives on. And the reason why I support this Marianas event is because we gotta give an opportunity for our youth and our upcoming generation to touch within their roots. It's very important for us to protect that, our culture, our heritage, and our language. So please support this Marianas event and everybody else. And I'll see you guys all the time on this event and make that commitment, okay? For our future generation and kids. We are the minority of the minority. So we need to get back in touch and get that going so that we can be loud and proud. Stand up tomorrow. Carolinian, we'll see you there. Thank you, Jesus Master. We love you and wise up.
I guess it's a great feeling, and it's a beautiful thing to see the outcome of music bringing people together.
Well, I believe that I was blessed with a gift to write music, and I would do everything in my power to share that gift to my people. So, just writing about our culture and our livelihood back home, share those moments. I think would be very, very, very inspiring for our people, and just to have pride in our people. So I'm gonna continue to do that because I love doing it.
This guy's laughing.
You guys are collecting up.
I do what I do because I believe that I was given a gift.
Welcome, Marianas, for all your support. And we're here to share to all of you guys our gift and appreciate everything you've done for us.
What way was that, sir?
Marianas Way.
Marianas Way. To see the flag, to see one Marianas, especially growing up, I always thought from wandering like this. You know what I mean? And to be so embraced.
Yeah, no, I get it, sis. But that's why we're coming together now, because it should be un Marianas.
Yeah, period.
Always. Let's change this narrative.
Man, in closing, final thought is we want to encourage people. We want to influence others, and we want others to influence others. And so, we're very grateful, and we're very, very fortunate enough to have everybody who supported us throughout this journey, whether you're an entertainer, whether you're a performer, whether you're a vendor, and whether you're an attendee. We encourage everybody to continue to do what you do, and for those who want to come out and try to share your talent, reach out. We really want to try to accommodate as much as we can, because if it weren't for you guys, we were not going to have a festival. And we encourage others to have other events too. We said in the past, reach out to us, talk to us. If you come out there, introduce yourself, because I want to meet you,
And, in the end, just really support one another. Have that, come out with the best intentions and the best attitude, and lift each other up and be there for one another, and make an impact in a way that only you know how to do.
This is a hard journey, and we need everybody's help. If you're going through a hard journey, reach out to us. We want to help you too. If you want to plan something elsewhere and whatnot, reach out. But from the bottom of our heart, thank you guys so much. Thank you to each and everyone that's taken part to make this a reality, and we're going to continue. We're going to continue to keep pushing, keep treading forward.
Many thanks to the minds and the heart and the soul that Bertina and Tommy put together, and then talked us all into helping. Of course, it wouldn't be what it is right now without them, without our little group of friends as well, that we're like, okay, we got you. Whatever it is that you need, we're there.
Being a part of Marianas Festival has really allowed me to reconnect with family and old friends, and to meet so many more amazing people. It's given me a chance to learn about vendors and artists, musicians and performers, and all the efforts that they put forth to help celebrate our culture. Sa hangin tihita pues hadzi, because if not us, then who?
Oh, the crowd. And everybody, the Chamorro, the Guam people, well, the Chamorro people. I enjoyed so much. Good food, good music, good dancing. This place is so beautiful. I'm so excited to fly here to take the opportunity to meet you all. I miss you all and lots of love. This was an amazing event. Love you.
2025, it's a wrap.
To every leader, committee member, volunteer, sponsor, our families, and community who shows up and does this work, we see you. You are helping carry the stories, traditions, and the spirit of our ancestors forward, while creating something our children and future generations can be proud of. Across the diaspora, we may be miles from home, but the Marianas are never far from our hearts. This is more than just a festival. It's a culture. It's a community. It's connection. It's our way of keeping our heritage alive. For our ancestors, for our children, for our families, and for generations yet to come, we are doing this together. Sidzu Usmaasi. To everyone who continues to believe, show up, and do the work in the most positive way. This is the Marianas Way.
Very beautiful dancing. Very good. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Marianas Way.